Imagine leaving your house on an ordinary day, heading to work. Now imagine that decision changing the next 10 years of your life. Because for three young women in Cleveland, Ohio, that nightmare became a reality. This is the story of Amanda Berry, Michelle Knight, and Gina DeJesus, three remarkable women whose courage shocked the world and whose survival continues to inspire others. My name's Jessica, and welcome to the Remarkable Women series, where we talk about remarkable women who have endured the worst of the worst and survived to come out and give others hope and encourage them. The crazy thing is that at first, no one even realized that these disappearances were even connected. In August of 2002, Michelle Knight disappeared. She was only 21 years old at the time. Michelle had been walking home after a court hearing involving a custody case for her son when she accepted a ride from a stranger she thought she could trust. She was never seen again. Police searched, her family searched. As more time passed on, people just thought she disappeared voluntarily. What they didn't know was Michelle became the first prisoner inside of a house on Seymour Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. A house that would soon be known around the entire world. Less than a year later, in April of 2003, Amanda Berry finished a shift at Burger King. She called her sister, told her she was on her way home, but she never made it. Her mother never stopped believing Amanda was alive. She held vigils for years, and she spoke to the media as often as she could. She begged and pleaded with the public for someone to come forward with information, and heartbreakingly, Amanda's mother passed away in 2006 without ever knowing that Amanda was still alive. Then, just a year later after that, 14-year-old Gina DeJesus would disappear walking home from school. Her family and everyone in the area searched tirelessly. They put flyers up everywhere. All of the neighbors joined in on search parties. Once again, years passed, hope faded, and people just assumed the worst of the worst. No one would have ever imagined that all three women were being held prisoner under the same roof. And responsible was a man named Ariel Castro, a Cleveland school bus driver. Somehow for years he managed to hide the unimaginable behind the four walls in his house. Inside the home, the women faced years of captivity, isolation, and abuse. Authorities said they were often confined, threatened, deprived of their freedom for nearly a decade. Despite everything they were enduring, the women formed a friendship and a bond, and that bond helped them survive. They comforted one another, they protected one another, and together they held on to hope. An extraordinary light during all of that darkness was when Amanda Berry gave birth during the captivity to a baby girl. The child brought moments of hope and love into an otherwise horrific situation. All three of the women worked together to care for the baby. On May 6, 2013, everything would change. Amanda Berry heard a neighbor outside, and she quickly realized this may be her only opportunity to escape this house of horrors. When she realized that might be her only chance, she took it. She desperately screamed for help through the partially open front door. A nearby neighbor, Charles Ramsey, found her and helped her break through the damaged door. She made a frantic call to 911, and it instantly became one of the most remembered words in American true crime history. My name's Amanda Berry, and I've been... Police rushed to the home on Seymour Avenue, and when they broke through, they found Michelle Knight and Gina DeJesus after almost a decade of captivity. All three women walked out of that house alive while the nation watched in disbelief. The aftermath was not easy for them. Healing never is. Each survivor faced the difficult task of rebuilding a life when their freedom was taken from them and they didn't even know what a life was. The three women refused to let their trauma define them. Michelle Knight later wrote a memoir detailing her experience during her captivity and her journey towards healing. Amanda Berry became an advocate for missing children and later worked with local media to help them find missing persons and children. Gina DeJesus dedicated her life to helping the families of missing children and bringing advocacy for them, helping the families find hope through advocacy and educating them. Instead of allowing the evilness of Ariel Castro The final chapter of their stories, women chose resilience, they chose healing, and they chose purpose. The story isn't remarkable because of what happened to them for nearly a decade. It's remarkable because of what they did with their lives afterward. They proved that even through unimaginable darkness, hope could survive, courage can survive, and so can the human spirit. And these women aren't remembered just as victims, they're remembered as survivors, as advocates, and as symbols of strength. If this story moved you, please share this video so other people can hear about the remarkable women we talked about today. The women aren't remarkable because of what happened to them, but how they reclaimed their lives after, and that is what the Remarkable Women series is all about. I hope you guys will follow me along this journey as we share more stories about remarkable women. My name's Jessica Rains, and thank you for joining me today. Please share this and have a blessed rest of your day. Talk soon.